notion that scientists and mainstream media lie to us about climate change has been a topic of debate in recent years. While it is true that there are some inaccuracies and exaggerations in the way climate change is reported, it is unfair to assume that all scientists and media outlets are intentionally deceiving the public. However, there are some reasons why climate change is often misrepresented, and it is essential to understand these reasons to have a more nuanced view of the issue. One reason why scientists may be accused of lying about climate change is the complexity of the issue. Climate change is a multifaceted problem that involves various fields of science, including meteorology, oceanography, and geology. The science behind climate change is constantly evolving, and new research often challenges previous findings. This can lead to conflicting information and misunderstandings, which can be misinterpreted as lies. Furthermore, the media often oversimplifies complex scientific concepts, which can result in inaccuracies and exaggerations. Another reason why climate change is often misrepresented is the influence of politics and special interests. Climate change has become a highly politicized issue, with different groups having different agendas and motivations. Some politicians and corporations may downplay the severity of climate change to avoid taking action or to protect their interests. For example, fossil fuel companies may fund research that casts doubt on the existence or severity of climate change, while environmental groups may exaggerate the consequences of climate change to raise awareness and mobilize action. The media may also be influenced by these special interests, either intentionally or unintentionally, which can lead to biased reporting. The mainstream media also plays a significant role in shaping public perception of climate change. The media often prioritizes sensationalism and controversy over accuracy and balance, which can result in exaggerated or misleading reporting. For instance, a study may find that climate change is likely to increase the frequency of extreme weather events, but the media may report that climate change is causing all extreme weather events, without providing context or nuance. This kind of reporting can create a false narrative that climate change is more immediate and catastrophic than it actually is. Moreover, the way climate change is reported can also be influenced by the media's desire for ratings and clicks. Climate change is a complex and often dry topic, and the media may feel pressure to make it more engaging and attention-grabbing. This can result in emotive language and sensational headlines, which can be misleading and alarmist. For example, a headline may read "Climate change, the end of the world as we know it," when in fact the article is discussing a study that predicts a gradual increase in global temperatures over the next century. Despite these factors, it is essential to note that the overwhelming majority of scientists agree that climate change is real, and it is primarily caused by human activities such as burning fossil fuels and deforestation. The evidence for climate change is based on decades of research and data, and it is supported by multiple lines of evidence, including temperature records, melting glaciers, and shifts in the distribution of plants and animals. While there may be some uncertainties and debate about the details of climate change, the fundamental fact that human activities are causing the Earth's temperature to rise is well established. In conclusion, while it is true that there are some inaccuracies and exaggerations in the way climate change is reported, it is unfair to assume that all scientists and media outlets are intentionally lying to us. The complexity of the issue, the influence of politics and special interests, and the media's desire for sensationalism and ratings can all contribute to misunderstandings and misrepresentations of climate change. However, the overwhelming scientific consensus is clear: climate change is real, it is primarily caused by human activities, and it requires immediate attention and action to mitigate its worst effects. By understanding the reasons why climate change is often misrepresented, we can have a more nuanced view of the issue and work towards a more informed and constructive public discourse.